everybody, it's Lisa Marie here. Hi my sweet lifers. Listen, welcome to the Valentine's home tour. I've been getting the house ready ever since Christmas came down and I'm so excited. The pillows went in. You guys know I showed you how to do that with the hot glue gun. Just get some of the wonderful trim and doctor those up and make them really fluffy and cute for your front door. This year I did a lot of little extra different things. I went in and used the same greenery that I did during the Easter holiday home tour last year, but I made a beautiful leopard ribbon like I did a couple of years back. And I love this ribbon because it's got the gold on the underside. And then, of course, wrapped it with the heart ribbon. These guys were faded. And so I don't know if you remember last year, but this year I went in with paint and I actually hand painted the hearts back red so that they would make it another season, because there's no use in not using that again. And then the same thing I did here. There's a little bit of hot glue here, but what I did is a couple of these pom-poms came off, and I went to that Rick Rock that I had for the pillows, and I hot glue gunned and filled in where some of those had fallen off. And so I was able to reuse that again. And y'all know how big I am on making sure that you save all your stuff and keep using it year to year. So come on in, I'll show you what we did. The first thing is just beautiful to me this year is the staircase. I am so excited about it. This ribbon is ribbon that I found in North Carolina about 10 years ago, and it reminds me of my mother and daddy's bathroom wallpaper. It's a flocked red velvet, and it is just stunning. Stunning for Christmas and stunning for Valentine's Day. In fact, it's really stunning all year long. I love the red and the leopard for sure. But we wrapped the railings with the roses and did red lights, and at nighttime this just looks so beautiful. Over here, this gorgeous tree, you guys have watched me decorate it multiple times. This year I left the leopard ornaments on from Christmas, and I just added in the glittered hearts. I left the ribbon just as it was at Christmas, so this is able to dual dip it and a little bit less work to have to do. Mia did go in and restrand these lights, the blinking lights, so that they are in a straight line, and I really like the way that they look more than they were when they were all scrunched up. But I'll show you the scrunched up ones because that's how we did the mantle. If you'll take a note, over my office door, you've got these really pretty puff pillows that have pretty flower and birds on them. And I used a little bit of the leftover from the holiday greenery and then added in the ribbon as well, and strand across the top of the doorway a little garland that says love. In the dining room, really happy to show you this. I had a hard time, guys, finding a red feathered tree. They look a little pink to me, but they turned out really pretty. And a little gold glitter is a little Christmassy, but gold and red is, of course, appropriate for Valentine's too. So I've decked the table out. I've done little glitter hearts here. I've got my mother-in-law's Old Country Rose china out for Valentine's supper. And I put beautiful flowers in here. And I just, instead of using that center spot for the candle, I just placed in a crystal vase and put in it some beautiful fresh pink roses, which I think is a nice touch. So this is the tablescape for Valentine's 2023. And then through here, you've got in the kitchen a really nice little spot that I did a little Be Mine, Happy Valentine's Day on the chalkboard. And of course, I did a little bit of decorations here, just sort of spraying around. And then through here, I'll show you, just do a spin around, James. This is the counter. I love this tree. This tree is a new tree. Originally, guys, I know you guys remember the tree that has all the glass vegetables on it. And I was planning on using that for a year round in the kitchen, but it was Christmas tree and it was driving me crazy. So I said, no, I can't do that. So what I did is I bought this tree thinking that those ornaments would work, and they're too heavy. So the little hearts are going to be fine, and I've got little shamrocks for next month to show you, and little Easter eggs as well. So this will be a good tree to do that with. I just won't be able to use those vegetable ornaments until I go back to the wire tree because they're just not sturdy enough to be able to hold their weight. Through here, you've got these sweet little pillows that I found somewhere. These are new this year. I love them because they've got the same pom-poms as on the front door, and y'all know how much I love to put something in the house and then repeat it again somewhere else in the house. So I really like that concept of having things be consistent through your decor. And then I used my table runner that, one year this was actually used in the studio as a backdrop. I have several of them, and I stacked them up on the wall in the studio on a white background, and that was the background for the children. But this year I just pulled one out and used it to decorate this part of the kitchen and the island. Here is the regular dining room table where we eat pretty much all of our meals. And I lit up the Eiffel Tower just like I did the other one at the front door. There's that leopard ribbon that is similar to what we've got running throughout the whole house. And then these beautiful heart placemats were leftovers from last year. And this china and stuff that I got, I've had pieces of it here and there. These cups actually came from my childhood home. And these napkins remind me of napkins that we had growing up. So I feel like this is a very festive tabletop for Valentine's Day. Over here, I did a little bit of decoration, not much. I added the leopard ribbon to an old heart that I had, and I added leopard ribbons to these old berry trees. And again, these were used in the studio for years and years and years, and now they are being used in the house for our home decor. Through here, you'll see I've got on the, what would be the bar for most people, we've got it set up a little bit differently. I just took some garland from last year and sprinkled it over some greenery. And then we've got the love sign. And I might elevate that up a little bit so that you can see it a little bit better, but nothing special. I just want you to see how simple it is to put together a little touch here and a little touch there, and your whole house really makes a difference in when people come in to see it for the seasons. Over here, I've got a nice little setup. This is some beautiful extra stuff that we had again from the studio. This little love sign, these little glitter hearts, just extras that I had, just placing them here and there. Nothing special, but it does really brighten up and make the space look very, very seasonal. The fireplace this year is absolutely a stunner. I mean, I am so pleased. I went through and pulled the roses from the garland, tucked them in, utilized some of these garlands that we'd had left over from the holidays, added the hearts, changed out the bunny's bows to that same ribbon that's in the banister, as well as on some of the other things in the house, that big Eiffel Tower tree at the front door. And it really is beautiful. I really am pleased with the way this turned out. And you see how I've got the sprinkling lights going, and they're not, obviously they're not in a line, they're all squished up, which is how I had that Eiffel tree before. But I'm really, really pleased with how this looks. In the daytime and in the nighttime, it looks really pretty. So I wanted to give you that tip. What I'll do next month is I'm just going to pull the red out and put in the shamrock garland and a little bit of green, and maybe pull out, obviously all the red will come out, put in a little bit of a cream and maybe even a yellow flower so that it'll be ready and prepped for Easter, because Easter's right behind it. So I'll be able to transition from one thing to another. Over here, I wanted to show you this entrance from the front door. As you go through this way, this is sort of the first thing that you see. And this is where I try to put, you know, either pictures or the cross at Easter or whatever it is that's going on. And this year, this was last year in the kitchen's tabletop or garland, not garland, but like little runner. And this year I used it in here instead, because I have that beaded one this year. And so I just think it really ties in well. Look how simple it is to just take a heart and some little curly ribbons and stick it in a box. I mean, that is, even if you had a small apartment, something like that right there on your coffee table is all you need to decorate for Valentine's Day. I mean, honestly, that's it. Simple stuff. Over here on the piano, I'm really happy. This is the opposite side of the staircase, obviously, but these big trees I have had forever. I mean, forever. We used to photograph them in the studio with the babies with angel wings on them when they were little itty bitty. And you see I've taken that same ribbon and I've put it on top. I wrapped the same type of rope ribbon that I use on my candles, just same supplies that I have in my house. And I had extra heart ornaments, and those are the ornaments that are wooden left over from last year or the year before when I did those two big trees at the front door outside. And I decorated each one of those. You'll remember that from the past. So, and then I love the Happy Valentines on the garland on the staircase. It just adds a nice touch. Very whimsical and very, very festive. So anyway, I hope that you guys have seen the house and love it like you did before. So many of you guys complimented me on my decorating the last time I did the home tour and have been inspired to be able to do something fun in your house as well. I hope that you did. And if you did, do me a favor, like and share. Don't forget to ring the bell, and we'll see you next time on another Sweet Life DIY. Thanks.